It's time for Felfel to continue his journey through a whole bunch of caves on Death Mountain in this episode of my Let's Play of The Legend of Zelda: A Link to the Past. Now, we don't want to lift these skulls up until we're ready to go back to the beginning, so because we're going to need to use them to hook shot across. So, it's going to hook shot across and get a whole bunch of these treasure chests. And now we can start getting rid of the skulls because we're heading back to the beginning. So, if you do unfortunately move the skulls, you can always just fall into the pit and it'll warp you back to the start. So, but we don't want to take any damage. Even though if you do take damage, it's not the end of the world because there's going to be a bunch of fairies here. Now, we got an invisible bridge here. What if we use that ether medallion that we picked up in the last episode? It shows off where the hidden path is, so that'll come in really handy in some future dungeons. So let's bomb some walls here, and there's a fairy that'll fill our hearts up if we took some damage from maybe falling into that pit. And we also have some regular fairies up here that we can catch in our net, but we've been mainly getting potions instead. So we end up in this area here, and there's wondering, well, what's the point of doing this? Well, we wanted to do that because we want to warp back into the light world to pick up this piece of heart. Now you can just warp back into the dark world, and we can take a big leap. Whee! Boink! Now we're gonna head over here, and this is where Total Rock is, and this is where we need the Quake Medallion. The very top there, you can see the little Quake Medallion symbol. We're gonna have to use that Quake Medallion to knock out the head of the Total there. So we're gonna warp into the light world here. I'm gonna get our hammer, because there's a little puzzle here. We're going to want to hit the right post, the top post, and then the left post, and that'll cause another one of the dark world warp tiles to appear. We stand on the pedestal that has the Quake Medallion symbol on it. Use the Quake Medallion, and boom! Total Rock opens up. But you need an item to progress in Total Rock, so even if we wanted to go in there, we wouldn't be able to accomplish anything in there. So you didn't notice earlier, I also pulled the foot of the Total, and what that did was it had some rupees there. So, well, we explored the caves here in the dark world, so let's explore the caves in the light world. As you can see, there's already more. We see that one over to the left. Yeah, there's going to be a more complex system of caves here in the light world. But we're going to explore them all and grab some treasure. So, this one, not much going on in it other than some fairies. So, let's head on out of here and let's check out some other caves. Ooh. We'll place that one in a bad spot. So, let's just get over here. We can, that way the warp point will be out of the way. What do we got in this cave here? Well, over here, we're going to have a shop. So let's drop a bomb. Head on in. And oh, we got a shop. So, yeah, let's just spend some rupees because we're going to get a whole bunch more rupees coming up. And we almost have all our bottles full. So, we want to keep one empty bottle because we're going to get another free magic refill later on. So, alright, well that's all we can technically do in that cave from this entrance. A lot of these caves are all interconnected. But we can go to all the caves now because, hey, we got that Titan's Mitt, so we can lift up these blocks. And let's head up this way. There's a little passageway over there to the right. We're going to have to jump down from a higher level to get to that little treasure over there. So let's head up here. And we're going to jump down this hole. A lot of jumping into holes to get to different areas in the cave. And we want to Just head out this way. And, oop, we can jump back down, but we want to not jump off that ledge. We want to jump down this hole. And we'll be able to get these pots that I kind of alluded to earlier. Nothing in there, but, you know, nothing major in there. We did get 10 rupees out of it, but it's just more to show off what's in there. So, that was that ledge we appeared in earlier, so we saw another cave over here. And, head into it a little, well, we're gonna head into it a little bit later, so we don't need to, if you go in that cave, it's basically a dead end. We're gonna have to, in order to get into that, what the treasure in that cave is, we're gonna have to fall down from another cave, so. And this cave should look familiar. We entered it earlier. To the shop is over there to the left. We bomb up here, and ooh, we got some treasure. I wonder who puts these treasure chests here. You know, this is like an old hideout for thieves that they put their gear in, or some adventurer who's stocking up. So, what do we got up here? We got a whole bunch of bugs. These are worms again. Hit that block. Luckily our sword beams can go over the rock. And we can get a whole bunch more rupees. That's why I figured I might as well just spend some rupees on that life potion, because I knew I was going to get a whole bunch more here, so. And we'll just fall back down, and then we're going to exit. Not much more we can do in this cave. We cleared it out. So, head on out. Alrighty. Now to get up to the top of Death Mountain, we're going to have to use this cave down here at the bottom. And this cave is also going to link to that one cave that we went in, that I skipped going into earlier. But we'll see that when we exit, so. We'll climb up here. And what's, that was a quick little jaunt. And hey, we're back up at the top here. If we dash into these blocks, there's a ferry. There's a cave down there to the right that we can't get into, but the cave down here on the left we can get into. And this is going to take us to that cave that I didn't enter. And you'll see why I didn't enter it once we fall down this hole here. We fall down this hole and we're going to end up on a ledge where there's a treasure chest. Oh, some 50 rupees. And then this is going to be the entrance to that one cave I didn't enter. So. And that'll clear out most of the caves in the light world. There's that one that we couldn't reach, and in order to reach that one, we're gonna have to warp from the dark world into there, but. Alrighty. Yeah. We're gonna take some damage here. Boink! Just so I can use my red potion. I'm just wasting a bunch of rupees here. We'll get another blue potion. Because magic can be kind of a premium in the next dungeon that we're going to. So, you'll definitely need a magic potion if you haven't gotten the half magic power from that little bat creature by the Smith Village well. So let's head down here to 8 where this weird balloon creature is. So yeah, if we hit him, or if we get close to him, he pops and creates a whole bunch of little things. Not pops like my one rat pops. He's, I adopted him, and his brothers Dutch and Thierry. I named them after a Gold Squadron from Star Wars. So now we have the Titan's Mitt. We can lift up that black stone that we've seen so many times when we've been getting the Pond of Happiness. And let's see, the Ice Cave. Felfel, the magic flames will protect you inside this icy dungeon. So, I hate this, I don't really hate this dungeon. I actually think it's a pretty neat dungeon. What I hate about it, though, is the ice physics. I always hate ice physics in games. It's really slippy, and you... And now in the Oracle games, which is the Zelda games for the Game Boy, there's actually a ring that you can get. There's rings that give you special powers, and one of them is like that you don't slip on ice. So, too bad we don't have that here. We need a magic item called crampons, like that mountain climbers use on their climbing Mount Everest. But yeah, it can be kind of tricky to get your footing because you're sliding around. But a lot of people don't like this dungeon because it has a interesting little puzzle that requires a lot of backtracking. But there is a way that you can avoid doing that backtracking if you use a bomb jump. I'll show off how to do that in another episode. Because we don't have enough time to do this whole dungeon, but we'll do part of it. So find a good stopping point. So we've got those alligators there. The hookshot can be a very effective weapon against them. It defeats them in one hit. So. Now, a new thing that we're going to have to be doing in this dungeon and in some future dungeons is there will be times when we'll have to flip a switch, but we won't be able to access it with our sword or anything else. So we're going to have to lay a bomb down, and then the bomb will explode, and that'll flip the switch. Now, we're getting a lot of bombs here. We can't destroy the skeleton knight with a sword alone. When he collapses, he is vulnerable to another weapon. And they just so happen to give us a whole bunch of bombs under some of these skulls, so that's kind of your hint that it's probably the bomb to use it. That, yeah, the one skull there had a bomb underneath it, so that's kind of like your little hint that, hey, you know, it's the bomb that they're susceptible to. So another annoying room, kind of like reminds me of when we fought Mothula, the boss of the third dungeon. We got spikes and conveyor belts pulling us into the spikes. At least you don't have a big moth shooting fireballs, so. Click it. We want it on. Now, if you want to do the weird shortcut, you want to have the blue up. But we're just going to do this normally. I'll show you how to complete the puzzle. So, but if you, the trick to avoid all the backtracking is you have to use a bomb jump there. But I'll show that off in the next episode when it kind of becomes more relevant, so. Well, we're not going to do that. We're going to play the game the way the developers intended it. Then I'll show off the advanced strats. Good old hook shot there. Good at taking out those enemies. A lot of these enemies, like I said, they kind of realize that magic is going to be at a premium in this dungeon, so a lot of those crocodiles tend to drop magic. So we're going to come back to this room later. Like I said, there's some backtracking in this dungeon, so. But first we're going to head up into this room here. Go to the right first to get this pot. Yep. The floor is going to collapse beneath us. Now, if it's not solid black and you can see like little lines underneath it, falling down will not hurt you. So, Felfel, do not use all your magic power if you do not possess the medicine of magic. So, let's wander around here. We're going to want to go through that door on the top, but I just want to show you for future reference where this room is so that when we backtrack into it, you know what I'm talking about. So, eventually we're going to backtrack around and we're going to come through that door at the base there where the key hole is. And then we're going to head into that door on the left. We got to do some backtracking. There's a lot of backtracking in this dungeon, and I think that's why a lot of people don't like it. When they remade this dungeon for the Game Boy Advance port of this game, they kind of revamped the dungeon, so there wasn't as much backtracking. So, we hit that switch, and then we'll just use the key here. And when we leave the room, it resets, so we don't have to worry about taking damage or using our cane of brino or the magic cape to cross those things without damage. So there was that block there. You see there was a crack on the wall there, but it was fake. It doesn't do anything. There's no hidden passage there. And you can tell that, remember, there's that trick. If you're always wondering if there might be a hidden passage, you can always tap the wall with your sword. And if it makes like a dinking sound, then you know, like a metal-ish dink sound, then you know that it's a secret. We pull that guy's tongue, and that opens the door. Yeah, the button brings us the map, pulling the tongue. So we have a very narrowish type dungeon, but a very deep dungeon. So, yep, 8 floors. But like I said, floors are very small. They're kind of narrow, don't compose of a lot of room. So it's kind of like an upside down tower. But here we have the big key, and with the big key we can open many locks that the small keys can't. And that's what we'll be hunting for, those big treasure chests in the next episode. Take care, have a good day. Bye!